So hey Sandra,
Hi, Asa. How are you?
good. So you said you wanted to talk about what happened to you the other day.
So, no, I've been getting a lot of invitations,
Okay,
and there a lot of invitations to retirement parties.
hold on. You're getting invitations to retire.
I
So
am,
your
yeah,
your peers are retiring.
yes, people that I've worked with, they're starting to retire. And when I
So
went to
they're
my
old, huh?
reunion, huh? What?
They're old.
Anyway, when I even went to my college reunion, sitting at the football game, in the yard, and people were talking about how close they were, how many years they have to retirement.
Man,
I got 20 years, I got 26, 30, this, that, and the other. And
wow.
I just thought it was interesting about
That seems like somebody is older.
you older than me. Anyway,
Where that
so
came from?
Anyway, I was just thinking about in terms of people that are getting close to retirement and what does that look like for entrepreneurs we were talking about people not necessarily most entrepreneurs are not able to retire substantially because they have not planned their exit. And how do you do that? You have to work backwards. Like when do you want to retire? Number one. How
Tomorrow.
much money do you how much money do you need to be
Right,
comfortable in your retirement? Are you planning to sell your business? How do you sell your business?
right,
Are you planning to relocate? Like, are you going to sell your home? All of these different things are important for us to all of these things are important for us to figure out to plan with the end in mind. And
right.
so as I was at the retirement party and thinking about um, the people being celebrated for all that they've accomplished and contributed to the company and things like that, really start thinking about your exit strategy. So what do you have anything to say to that? It's interesting, very interesting.
Yes, I have a lot to say to that because
What
what
do you have to say?
happens is that a lot of people retire and have to go back to find a full-time job
Why?
because they retire and they have to go back to get a full-time job because they did not plan properly. Like you
Right.
just said, you have to be plan backwards. How much you making now? You do a no budget. How much you making now? How much are you spending now? Are you spending more than you're making? All right. So now before you retire, is it possible to pay things down so that you don't have that monthly outlay? Because typically when people retire, Sanja, are they making more or are they bringing in more or less than they were as a full-time employee?
Most cases they're bringing in less.
So you're
Like
going to retire. You really don't know your total annual or monthly requirement, and you get ready to retire on less.
Yeah, and I remember planning for retirement and I remember them saying how much money you would need and things like that. And they say, well, you should be fine because by then your mortgage will be paid because you've worked so long. But what people started buying homes a little bit later. Back in the day, yeah, they bought your home in your 20s. And then, yeah, by the time you're 50, 60 years old after a 30-year mortgage, you don't have it. But that's really not the case. Most of us have relocated, bought a new home over here, got cars, financed. As stated in other videos, we said that you were taking care of multiple households because you may have to take care of your elderly family members who have run out of their pensions or whatever.
Right.
That stuff happens. So really, just thinking about and thinking about where you are in your family dynamic. Like, are you the go-to person? Are you the one that people go to get the answers, to get funding for emergencies and things like that?
So they're
Really
going
think
to you
about those things.
to get
Huh?
the answer. The answer is money.
Money. Do you
Right.
have money to help me?
Right.
So really thinking about all of those dynamics to your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And also being able to take care of your grandchildren. Some people's goals are like when I had my children, my mother was retired already and was
Wow.
able to help me with
Hmm.
childcare. And so that's something I would like to be able to do. Maybe not full time, but maybe be able just to help a little bit when that time comes. But those are some of the things that you want to be able to do. Is your family staying right next to you in the same city, or are
Right.
they across country in which you would have to live, at least go over there, get there, stay a little bit of time, and then return to, what you're doing. So it's just interesting. As I went to a couple of them, reflective on very strong women that retired, contributed to their companies, and just thinking about making sure that people are prepared and fully aware of what the next steps are. And for
Right.
entrepreneurs, it is not too late. You can do whatever. You can reach out to us so that we can assist you, just to make sure that you are in very good hands, to make sure that your retirement is blissful.